Particularly for those approaching elder years, today's subject is both fascinating and helpful. From a Stoic standpoint, we will discuss the 13 things you should not do at old age and how the Stoic ideas could enable us to lead more meaningful and complete life. Whatever our age, we often experience feelings of solitude as we get older. The Stoics, on the other hand, believed that by learning to accept what we cannot influence and concentrating on our own behavior and ideas, we might achieve serenity and satisfaction. We will explore 13 things the Stoics would advise avoiding as we become older during this video. Every one of these suggestions is meant to help you have a calm head and a high spirit. We're going to start with the first thing you shouldn't do at an older age. Don't isolate yourself much. As we become older, we can be inclined to withdraw from the world. Maybe we feel like we don't fit in longer or that our social skills aren't what they used to be, but isolation can cause intense loneliness and sadness. It's about being among people all the time, not about being surrounded constantly. Preserving deep ties that feed us emotionally right now. Why is not isolating oneself so crucial? Maintaining relationships with others may, therefore, give us a feeling of direction and belonging. Engaging friends, relatives, or even community events will provide us a cause to wake up in the morning. Furthermore, sharing our and hearing from others will provide fresh and insightful viewpoints that enable us to understand our own life in another light. One of the things we can control is our choice to interact with people. Stoicism teaches us to accept what we cannot control but also to act on what we can. If you're lonely, think about phoning a buddy, enrolling in a class, or visiting a neighborhood organization. Remember, sometimes a little action may have a significant impact. Hence, retain those relationships, avoid isolating oneself, and discover means of engaging the surroundings. This will enable you to live a better and fuller life in addition to assist you fight despair and loneliness. Let's continue with the second thing you shouldn't do at an advanced age. Don't obsess over the past. It's natural, especially as we age. Reflect on our life, our achievements, our mistakes, but stay trapped in the past can be an emotional trap that prevents us from enjoying the present and looking to the future. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Roman emperors and a great Stoic, said, "The true value of a man is revealed at the moment of crisis." This reminds us is how we handle the present. Not what we did or didn't do in the past. The past is no longer in our control, but the present is. Why it's important not to obsess over the past. Well, when we focus too much on what's already happened, we can lose sight of the opportunities we have today. We can fall into the trap of nostalgia or regret, both of which can lead to depression and anxiety. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to accept what it's been like to learn from it, and moving forward with wisdom and gratitude, focusing on the present also allows us to find joy in the little things of everyday life. We can enjoy a conversation, a walk outdoors, or simply being alive every day is a new opportunity to live according to our values and improve our lives and the lives of others. So the next time you find yourself reliving a moment from the past, stop and breathe. Remember that what really matters is what you do now. Right now, use the past as a lesson, not as a prison. Let's continue with the third thing you should not do at an advanced age. Do not neglect your health. It is easy to think that as we get older it is no longer worth taking care of ourselves so much, but the reality is the opposite. Maintaining good physical and mental health is essential to live a full and happy life. Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, said, "Life, if used well, is long enough." This reminds us that we must make the most of the time we have, and an essential part of that is to take care of our body and our mind. It is not about trying to turn back the clock, but about making sure that every day we live is as healthy and full as possible. Why it is so important not to neglect our health? Well, our physical and mental health is directly related to our quality of life. Staying active, eating well, and taking care of our mind through practices such as meditation or reading allows us to enjoy our daily activities more and stay independent for longer. In addition, taking care of our health can help us fight depression and loneliness. Feeling good physically can have a great impact on how we feel emotionally. Stoicism teaches us to be mindful of our actions and to make the best of what we have. This includes our body and mind, exercising regularly, eating nutritious foods, and taking time to relax and recharge. Not only does it improve our health, but it also helps us maintain a positive outlook. So, don't neglect your health. Make a conscious effort to take care of yourself every day. This is not only it will make you feel better, but it will also allow you to enjoy more of the things you love and the people around you. Let's continue with the fourth thing you should not do at an advanced age. Do not stop learning. It is often thought that education is only for young people, but the reality is that continuous learning is vital to keep the mind active and healthy at any stage of life. Epictetus said there is only one way to happiness, and that is to stop worrying about things that are beyond the power of our will. This also applies to learning. Sometimes we believe that we no longer have the ability to learn new things or that it is not worth trying, but what is really out of our control are the opinions of others or our own insecurities, not our ability to learn. By why it is important to not stop learning. Staying mentally active through learning can prevent cognitive decline and keep us mentally young. In addition, learning new things can give us a sense of accomplishment and purpose, which is crucial to combat depression and loneliness. Whether it is learning a new language, a musical instrument, or simply reading about a topic that interests you, each new knowledge opens doors and connects us with the world in new ways. Stoicism teaches us to be proactive and take control of our lives. Learn something new every day, no matter how small. It helps us stay curious and engaged with life. Curiosity is a spark that can light up even the darkest days, giving us something to get up for every morning. So don't stop learning. Look for something you're passionate about and immerse yourself in it. This is not just it will keep your mind active, but it will also provide you with a constant source of joy and satisfaction. Let's move on to the fifth thing you shouldn't do at an advanced age. Don't resist change. As we get older, it's easy to fall into the trap of holding on to the known and avoiding the new and unknown. However, change is an inevitable part of life, and learning to accept it can be a source of growth and satisfaction. Marco Aurelio said, "Change is the only constant." This means that change it is something natural and constant. In life, going to it only brings us frustration and suffering. Instead, we must learn to adapt and see change as an opportunity to learn and grow. Why it is important not to resist change. Accepting change can help us maintain a positive and flexible attitude. When we resist, we are closing doors and opportunities that could enrich our lives. In addition, resistance to change can generate stress and anxiety, while acceptance and adaptation can lead us to a calmer and more balanced life. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and to accept what we cannot. Though we cannot control change, our reaction to it is something we can influence. Change should not be seen as a danger. Rather, it should be seen as a chance for personal renewal and exploration of hitherto unexplored aspects of oneself. So don't resist change. Embrace the new experiences and opportunities that life presents to you. This will not only make you more adaptable and resilient, but it will also allow you to live a richer and more varied life. Let's continue with the sixth thing you shouldn't do at an advanced age. Don't underestimate the power of gratitude. Sometimes we can focus so much on what we have lost or what we don't have that we forget to appreciate the good things that are still present in our lives. Seneca said, "It is not the person who has little, but the person who longs for more, the one who is poor." This reminds us that wealth and happiness do not come from having more things, but from appreciating what is already we have. Gratitude helps us focus on the positive and value the small blessings around us. Why it's important to practice gratitude. Gratitude can transform our perspective and significantly improve our mental and emotional health. By focusing on what we're grateful for, we can counteract feelings of sadness and depression. Gratitude also connects us to others, as we often feel grateful for the people and relationships in our lives. Stoicism teaches us to appreciate what we have and not hold on to what we can't control. Practicing gratitude daily can be a powerful way to cultivate this mindset. Whether it's through a gratitude journal, expressing gratitude to others, or simply taking a moment each day to reflect on the good things in our life, gratitude can have an impact deep in our happiness and well-being. Then you don't go up. It's the power of gratitude. Find ways to practice it every day, and watch how it transforms your outlook and your life. Let's move on with the seventh thing you shouldn't do at an older age. Don't hold on to grudges throughout life. It's inevitable that we will have conflicts and disagreements with other people. However, holding on to these grudges can be detrimental to our emotional and mental health. Epictetus said, "If someone is capable of irritating you, realize that your mind is complicit in irritation." This reminds us that grudges and resentments are largely a product of our own mind and therefore something that we can control and let go of. Why it is important not to hold on to grudges. Holding grudges can lead to unnecessary stress and a heavy emotional burden that it affects our peace of mind. Moreover, grudges can prevent us from fully enjoying our relationships and life in general. Forgiving does not mean forgetting or excusing bad behavior, but freeing ourselves from the weight that those negative feelings impose on our lives. Stoicism teaches us to let go of what we cannot control, and this includes the actions of others. By practicing forgiveness and letting go of grudges, we give ourselves the opportunity to find peace and to focus on what really matters. Freeing ourselves from these negative feelings allows us to live lighter and happier. Then don't hold on to grudges. Practice forgiveness not only for the sake of others, but for your own peace and well-being. Let's continue with the eighth thing you shouldn't do at an old age. Don't stop having goals. Sometimes, when we reach an older age, we may feel like we've already met all of our important goals in life, but having goals, no matter how big or small, can give meaning and direction to our life. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." This shows us the importance of staying mentally active and focused on the positive, and having goals is a great way to do. Not stop having goals. Goals provide us with a sense of purpose and motivate us to keep going, help us stay committed to life, and give us something to work for and hope for. In addition to achieving goals, no matter how small they may be, can give us a great sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Stoicism teaches us to live with intention and to make the most of every moment. Having goals helps us to focus and to use our time constructively. They don't have to be great goals. They can be simple things like learning something new, improving our health, or helping others. The important thing is to have something that inspires us and keeps us active. Then don't stop having goals. Find something that you are passionate about and set goals that motivate you to continue growing and learning. This will not only enrich your life, but also help you to keep a positive and proactive attitude. Let's continue with the ninth thing you should not do at an advanced age. Do not neglect your hobbies. Sometimes we may feel that our interests and hobbies are no longer important or that we do not have time for them. But keeping busy with activities that we enjoy is crucial for our well-being. Seneca said, "Leisure without books is the death and burial of the living man." This underlines the importance to stay mentally and emotionally active through things we are passionate about. Hobbies give us an opportunity to relax, express ourselves, and enjoy life. Why it is important not to neglect hobbies. Hobbies not only provide us with entertainment, but they can also be a source of joy and satisfaction. Engaging in activities we enjoy helps us reduce stress, improve our mental health, and stay connected to our sense of identity and purpose. In addition, hobbies can be a great way to socialize and connect with others who share our interests. Stoicism teaches us to find balance and harmony in our lives, and hobbies are an important part of that. They allow us to cultivate joy and contentment in the present without worrying about the future or regretting the past. Whether you enjoy gardening, painting, reading, music, or any other activity, is essential to spend time on what you love. Then don't neglect your hobbies. Make sure you set aside time for activities that make you happy and allow you to express yourself. This will not only enrich your life, but it will also help you maintain a positive and balanced attitude. Let's move on to the 10th thing you shouldn't do at an advanced age. Don't ignore your emotions. It's easy to think that with age we should be more stoic in the common sense of the word, that is, to hide our emotions and always appear strong. However, true stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding and handling them constructively. Epictetus said, "It is not things that disturb us, but our interpretation of those things." This reminds us that our emotions are responses to how we perceive events, not to the events in and of themselves. Ignoring our emotions doesn't make them go away. It only temporarily hides them. That can lead to a buildup of stress and discomfort. Why it's important not to ignore your emotions. Recognizing and coping with our emotions is essential to our mental and emotional health. It allows us to process what we feel, learn from our experiences, and find ways to deal with difficult situations. Denying or repressing our emotions can lead to health problems. Long-term physical and psychological problems like anxiety and depression. Stoicism helps us to be conscious of our feelings and to control them logically. This implies letting our emotions be a part of the human experience and yet allowing them not to define us. Rather, our emotions may serve as signals to help us better grasp our needs and wants and to make more wise and reasonable judgments. Then avoid discounting your feelings. Why should we keep dedicated to greatness in our deeds and choices instead of allowing ourselves to settle for mediocrity? This dedication not only makes us proud and provides us direction, but also drives us to keep developing and surpass our own expectations. It also helps us to pursue virtue in our actions and live in line with our ideals. Whether at work, in our relationships, or in our everyday activities, all of our actions include not settling for mediocrity, but rather aim to be the greatest versions of ourselves. Pursuits of excellence enable us to live more deliberately and deliberately. So, don't settle for mediocrity. Find challenging yourself and getting better at what you do. This will give you a sense of accomplishment, and it will allow you to live a richer and fuller life. Let's move on to the 12th thing you shouldn't do at an advanced age. Don't stop cultivating your relationships. Over time, it's easy to lose touch with friends and family. But maintaining and nurturing our relationships is vital to our emotional and mental well-being. I said, friendship is always beneficial. Love sometimes year. This highlights the importance of human connections and how friendship in particular can be a constant source of support and joy. Close relationships bring us comfort in difficult times and celebrate with us in times of joy. Why it's important not to stop cultivating your relationships. Meaningful relationships provide us with a sense of belonging and help us feel connected. Social interaction can reduce loneliness and depression and improve our overall health. In addition to sharing our life with others, enriches us emotionally and offers us a valuable perspective. Stoicism teaches us to value relationships and to be aware of how we interact with others. Maintaining healthy relationships requires effort and dedication, but the benefits are immense. Making the effort to keep in touch, spend time together, and support our loved ones strengthens our connections and provides us with a great sense of satisfaction. Reconnect with old friends, deepen ties within your family, and start new friendships. These relationships will not only improve your quality of life, but also provide a support system amid trying circumstances. Let's stop with the 13th item you should avoid at advanced age. Steer clear of obsessing too much on the views of others. As we become older, we frequently fall victim to the trap of too much anxiety over them. But this anxiety about future occurrences removes the power of today rather than lessening the suffering of tomorrow. This quotation speaks generally about anxiety, but it really relates to care for the views of other people. It saps our vitality and keeps us from being real. Why should one not care too much about the opinions of others? Live up to their expectations. Others follow our own wishes and beliefs and go to be us. This might cause regret and discontent in our existence. Letting rid of this anxiety will help us to concentrate on what actually important to us and lead more truly and totally. Stoicism helps us to concentrate on our own life. Views of others are not within our control. Our own behavior and choices are those within our control. More than attempting to satisfy others, being loyal to ourselves and behaving in line with our own principles is rather fulfilling. Thus, avoid obsessing too much on what others believe. Living according to your values will enable you to appreciate life more sincerely.